Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever feel like life is one big uphill battle? A constant struggle to achieve, to control, well, just be? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that suggests the exact opposite? That true joy isn't found in grasping tighter, but in letting go. Today we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Zhuangzi, a brilliant ancient Chinese philosopher who mastered the art of effortless joy. Get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about happiness, freedom, and living a truly fulfilling life. Zhuangzi taught that life should flow as naturally as a river, not be forced like water through a pipe. We spend so much energy pushing against the current, trying to sculpt our lives into some perfect image. But Zhuangzi invites us to consider, what if true peace comes not from rigid control or strict rules, but from the elegant dance of letting go? He believed that when we stop fighting, when we release our grip, life itself unfurls with an incredible ease and beauty. It's a radical idea in our hustle and bustle world, but oh so refreshing. Now, Zhuangzi wasn't your typical dry philosopher. His stories are legendary, brimming with humor, vivid imagination, and often a touch of the absurd. He didn't preach. He painted pictures with words, inviting us to see life's truths from a fresh, often playful perspective. Through these tales, he showed us that happiness isn't something you chase down like a wild animal. Instead, it's like a shy butterfly that lands gently on your shoulder the moment you stop running after it. It appears when we relax, when we breathe, when we simply are. One of Zhuangzi's core insights is that life is full of contradictions. Good and bad, big and small, wise and foolish, these are often just labels we create. And when we can learn to laugh at these paradoxes, at the inherent absurdity of existence, that's where true freedom begins. It's like a cosmic wink, a recognition that maybe things aren't as serious or as clear-cut as we always thought. This laughter isn't cynical. It's liberating, a joyful acceptance of life's messy, beautiful complexity. Think about his famous butterfly dream. Zhuangzi dreams he's a butterfly, flitting happily. Then he wakes up and wonders, was I Zhuangzi dreaming I was a butterfly, or am I now a butterfly dreaming I am Zhuangzi? This isn't just a quirky riddle, it's a profound lesson. It teaches us that nothing is permanent, nothing is fixed. Everything is in a constant state of change and transformation. Our identities, our experiences, even our understanding of reality are fluid. Embracing this impermanence, rather than resisting it, is key to inner peace. It helps us hold on more lightly, knowing that everything passes, good or bad. This brings us to the concept of Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. It's not about doing nothing, but about acting in alignment with the natural flow of things, without forcing. It's about letting go of control, trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. Imagine a skilled artist or athlete. They don't consciously think through every tiny movement. They enter a state of flow, and their actions become spontaneous, graceful, and incredibly effective. That's Wu Wei in practice. It's about responsiveness rather than control, an intuitive dance with life. Zhuangzi illustrates this beautifully with the story of the woodcarver. This carver made exquisite objects, seemingly without effort. When asked his secret, he said he would calm his mind completely, observe the natural grain of the wood, and let his hands move as if guided by an unseen force. He wasn't imposing his will on the wood. He was collaborating with it. This story shows us that calmness and trust aren't weaknesses. They are pathways to mastery. When we quiet our internal chatter and trust our innate wisdom, we can achieve amazing things with far less strain. Another major source of our suffering, Zhuangzi pointed out, are the labels we slap on everything, good or bad, success or failure, beautiful or ugly. These labels often trap us, creating a rigid framework that limits our experience. When we drop these judgments, when we see things for what they are without the added baggage of our opinions, we instantly feel lighter, freer. It's like shedding a heavy cloak you didn't even realize you were wearing. The world doesn't change, but your perception, and thus your experience of it, transforms. His story of the monkeys and their acorns perfectly captures how our emotions often stem from our judgments, not reality itself. A monkey trainer told his monkeys they'd get 3 acorns in the morning and 4 in the evening. The monkeys were furious. So the trainer calmly changed it. 4 in the morning, 3 in the evening. The monkeys were delighted. But wait, they still got 7 acorns total. Their happiness or anger wasn't about the number of acorns, but about their interpretation, their judgment of the distribution. This tale reminds us how easily we get caught up in our minds, reacting to our interpretations rather than the facts. Comparison is another peace destroyer Zhuangzi warned against. We constantly measure ourselves against others, their achievements, their looks, their lifestyles. But Zhuangzi reminds us that every person has their own unique rhythm, their own path. There's a story about a magnificent, perfectly straight tree that's cut down for timber. Then there's the crooked, gnarled tree that lives for centuries because it's useless to humans. It survives and thrives precisely because it's not trying to be perfect or conform to a standard. It reminds us, perhaps our imperfections are actually our strengths, our unique qualities that allow us to live a long, untroubled life. Embrace your crookedness. Life, for Zhuangzi, is constant transformation. Nothing truly begins or ends. It simply shifts form, like water evaporating into a cloud and then falling as rain. Accepting this ongoing change brings immense peace and balance. Instead of clinging to what was or fearing what will be, we can learn to ride the waves of change with equanimity. It's a dynamic dance, not a static pose. Ultimately, Zhuangzi's wisdom boils down to simplicity. Not emptiness or deprivation, but a clarity that cuts through the noise and clutter. True joy isn't found in accumulating more or striving harder, but in appreciating the richness of the present moment. When we stop chasing future happiness, stop judging past mistakes, and stop comparing ourselves to others, joy doesn't need to be sought. It simply appears naturally, like sunshine after a rain. So, what are the heartbeats of Zhuangzi's wisdom? Laughter, flow, simplicity, and acceptance. These aren't just concepts. They're an invitation to a more spacious, more joyful way of being. Imagine waking up each day, not with a checklist of demands, but with an open heart, ready to flow with whatever life brings. That, my friends, is the art of effortless joy. I hope this journey into Zhuangzi's philosophy has offered you some valuable insights and a fresh perspective on life. If you enjoyed this dive into ancient wisdom, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments below. What's one way you plan to embrace effortless joy this week? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.